Boom, boom, boom. All right, so we're live. Let me share it in the group.
All right. What's up, everybody?
Yo.
Sing some more for us, RJ, please.
Please.
Those sweet tones.
Where? Let me see. There we go. I'll just post it in the group too.
Cool.
So dope. So what a lay. All right, LeBeau. That was me doing the podcast.
Your alter ego? You do voiceovers now?
Yeah, right. How you turn this off?
Every time we go live, my dog decides he wants to try and climb in my lap.
My kid too.
Let's see.
Archie, come here. Come on.
It's the mascot.
Come on.
Real talk mascot.
Come on.
What is he, a schnauzer?
Yeah, he's a schnauzer.
Nice.
You just got 200 more subscribers for showing your dog.
Better, yeah.
All right, guys. Everybody's joining in. Everybody that's coming in, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and share it, please. It's going to help Christina and Matt get YouTube subscribers. Right down below in the description, I have their YouTube channels right there. So if you guys haven't subscribed to their channel yet, please go ahead and do that. Appreciate it. Giving you guys some motivation to start putting out some more content now. You guys are in trouble.
Hey, you ain't got a whole lot of room to talk, bro. Like, you've done one video in like the last 2 weeks.
I got 2.
Oh, 2. Sorry, my bad.
If you do 5, 5 to 7 a week, you can actually make like close to $800 to $1,000 a month on YouTube.
Is that right?
If you do it consistently, you got to start putting out the vlogs and all that stuff, and you run out of stuff to talk about.
I'm just
I seen your Snapchat the other day talking about traveling more, so you can put more content out. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Of course, if you do something like that, then of course your YouTube content is going to go up, and you make more videos, and just everything's just going to go up.
For sure.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
Need to buy a selfie stick.
I lost it. I got drunk and I lost it. I don't know what happened to it.
I don't know where you lost it, bro.
Oh, I get where you're going. All right. So let's start it off with the last 7 days. Okay, so last 7 days I sold 183 shirts, $887 in profit.
Nice.
Pull up mine real quick. I, for some reason, closed that window. Let's see. Last 7 days, 147 shirts and $517 in profit. It's dropped off St. Patrick's Day big time.
Yeah, I'm at 181 with $690.33 in royalties.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Okay. All right. Well, so last Wednesday is gonna be the last day of like the high sales, and it's gonna drop down. So it's gonna 100%. Drop down. Yeah, it's gonna drop down one more time, and then all of a sudden all the sales are gonna go back to normal. So it's
I don't know if I'd call this normal right now. Shit's kind of all fucked up, but
Jacked
it is what
up,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, last night before I went to bed, I seen like a lot of the mock-ups it said no images. Like a lot of my new shirts that I uploaded, like they weren't popping up, no images, no mock-ups or nothing like that. So I'm not sure what they're doing. And a lot of people said that like there's a change coming. I'm not sure what that is. Only thing I can think of is like the integration of putting a shirt, a premium shirt, and a sweatshirt and a hoodie and a long sleeve on the same listing. That's the only thing I can think of. But
I don't think that's happening. I mean, Amazon doesn't do that with anything else. I don't think they can do it with this. But yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's all related to putting everything into like, so you know how our shirts now have just a parent ASIN, they don't have a child ASIN. I think they're doing that with everything else. So that's where I think it's going. But everything's all messed up right now.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, let's start talking about. Okay. So, Christina, when did you start doing merch?
I did start merch back last year in September. Yeah. So I started Zazzle back in 2015. Just kind of tested it out. It was January of 2015. My first month, I did like $35. So I was like, okay, if I can get this somewhere, you know, to where I can get a bill paid or something.
Right.
And the last month of that year, December, I did 1,300. So I thought, okay, you know, there's something here. But at that time, you know, there wasn't a lot of YouTube going on as far as print on demand. So I was kind of just doing my thing. I design all my own stuff this entire time. I've had a, you know, full-time job and just super busy. But, you know, designing is something I like to do. And I figured at that time it was kind of passive income. I mean, I'd only touch it every now and then. But where it's at now, it's definitely not passive. I mean, I'm on so many different pods and merch just keeps you busy. Right now I'm in the 4K tier with 200 uploads a day, which, you know, it's difficult, especially by yourself. So I'm messing around with looking into a VA right now. I'm just super skeptical about, someone else having access to my account or someone, just selling designs that they're making me. I'm just super skeptical for sure. But I'm looking into Design Pickle. I like what Jacob Talking is talking about, or Jacob Topping. So I'm going to look into that for sure.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead. What you got? What you got going on?
No. So what's your background? Obviously, you're doing POD merch, everything else. Do you do eBay also?
I did a little bit of FBA retail arbitrage starting this year. It's just a lot of work. I mean, even the FBA side, the fees kill me. I have a full-time job, a part-time job, and a 1-year-old son. So it's just crazy busy around here. I mean, I'm pulling like 17, 18-hour days. I work on merch from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. almost every day. So it's a lot. So I see more fruit coming from merch than I did FBA.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a full, like, FBA is not something that you can do like just a little bit here, a little bit there. Like It requires time. I mean, merch requires time too. There's only so many hours in the day. Right. For sure. That's cool. So what other PODs are you on?
Started out with Zazzle. Then the next year I moved into Spreadshirt and Cafe Press. After that, 2017 was Redbubble, Etsy, merch, Zazzle, Cafe Press. I tried out Sunfrog. I didn't see really much going on there, so I let that go. So that's pretty much it. I think that's like 5 pods right now. Right. But right now I'm super just dedicated to merch. I kind of let everything fall to the wayside. So I'll do like major uploads on the weekends and stuff. But day in and day out, it's merch for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same spot I think me and RJ are both in. We got access to another uploader that's like in beta right now that'll allow us to upload to different PODs. And still there's some work there involved in setting it up and everything else. But the majority of our focus right now is it's merch. When you have 200 uploads a day for us at the 4K tier, RJ's got what, your 8K, RJ?
Yeah.
So you've got 400. You've got 400 a day.
About to be 10K.
Yeah, it's just silly.
Yeah, that's another thing. So like, what's the second pod that you're like the most income? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, no worries. Etsy for sure. Right now it's close to 1,000 a month, which is nice. I know that I could definitely scale that and grow that if I pay more attention to it, for sure. I didn't mention, but in the past, I want to say 2014, I was banned from Etsy because I was making birthday shirts with a bunch of kid copyright, you know, movies and cartoons and stuff like that. But that year I did like 100K, and then I got banned shortly after. But once I was able to get back on Etsy, I don't know. I mean, I tried to get on it so many times and I was just like blacklisted, super banned. But I tried again this year and I was able to get on it. So I know what kind of traffic Etsy has, and kind of their audience is more so women looking for shirts for kids. I mean, so it's a super, super, super good POD for sure. I mean, with the Printful integration, it's so easy.
Right.
And you might as well scale your designs. I mean, if you're making designs, you should put them on as many pods as you can, especially Etsy.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that I regret right now is I know Etsy's a moneymaker. Like, I know you can make money on it. It's just trying to fit it in with everything else. We just haven't figured out a system to make everything kind of work.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm in the same situation. I own my own business. Like, I work during the day, and then merch is, you know, my side hustle at night. My wife's a designer, and like we're just trying to figure everything out, plus have a life and be able to actually, you know, spend time with each other.
Totally. Yeah.
Our life is merch. Yeah, like my wife said right now.
That's cool though that you have a teammate for sure. I'm trying to get my wife into helping out somewhat, but she's got a full-time, a part-time, and the 1-year-old, it's just tough. But I mean, I would love to have someone help me out, even if it's just to bounce ideas off of, which I mean is cool that we have the community, right? Because there's a lot of people just doing it on their own. So the community truly helps with everything.
It's a very cool community. I mean, like, because both me and RJ have been around like the FBA groups and everything else, and like, quite frankly, like, they're a mess. Like, there's just a lot of people out there that are just super negative. Everything else, overall, the merch community is amazing. For sure.
You guys see how they did me again? They put me into the fifth wheel.
Hey, you know what, bro? Sometimes you just gotta speak up.
Take the floor, RJ. Take the floor. Take the floor.
As long as I get everything for free, we're good. I'll be the fifth wheel.
Speak up, bro.
Okay, but that's pretty interesting. Christina came on, like, I remember you, I'm not sure how you contacted me. I think you messaged me on Instagram.
I think it was actually Facebook, because I went back right now through our messages, like back in 2017, like right when I started in September, and I had started seeing your content. I think it was like your first video. And I was like, okay, you know, he's doing something with this. I already know about print on demand. So yeah, I mean, from there, I just started following all the content, and it's been awesome. Yeah,
you sent me a couple designs. I uploaded them already. Don't be trying to go out there and find me.
I did already. Of course.
I thought I was like, nah, I don't.
Nothing like some awkward silence.
Yeah.
So what's your focus going forward in merch, print on demand? Like, what's your goal? So you obviously have a job, you have a side job, you said too, plus you're doing merch, everything else, right? So is this your focus is you want to just continue doing all of that, or do you want to eventually work to where like merch and all of this stuff is your full time?
For sure. I mean, the absolute ideal dream, right, would be to have financial freedom and do something that you like. For sure. I would love that. But right now, you know, I keep telling my wife, if it was 2 years ago, I probably would quit so I can devote all the time to it. But it's just so much I got to take care of right now. And, you know, I have to have a stable home for my son. So if it gets to that point, I mean, that's the ultimate goal for sure. But right now I'm just trying to grow it. I mean, at work, I work in a cubicle all day. So I hook up my phone, I do some designs on the Over app, and I use it as a drive and upload when I can, when no one's looking. So
I lived that life for a while. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you have a little bit of freedom, you got to use it. I mean, I give them 9 hours, you know, of my life. So
I got you.
But
so what do you see like 2018 in terms of like what your goals are? Where do you see yourself at the end of 2018 when everything's all said and done?
Yeah, I mean, I want to hit the 10K tier for sure. I want to kind of figure out something to where I know I'm independently driving traffic. I mean, Amazon's traffic is just a beast. But one thing that I started in January was to open a social Instagram account for one of my niches that was super hot selling in 2017. So it was a dog niche, and I started an Instagram, started a following. I have like 300 followers right now, but I noticed I pointed to my Etsy because they have a lot more, you know, visual statistics. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I noticed that 47% of my traffic is coming from, you know, direct and coming from that Instagram. So, and a lot of my best sellers on Etsy are, you know, within that niche. So I'm pretty confident that that's how I can grow. The one thing about, you know, print on demand and, you know, that I struggled with back in the day was how do I get traffic to these, you know, these stores with so many different niches in it. There's evergreen niches. There's just so many random things. But one thing that I thought recently was to try, you know, an Instagram or Facebook account where I'm, you know, I have a certain week with a certain niche that I'm just pushing, give that shirt away for free. But I'm kind of gaining traffic as a brand almost. So that's what I want to try. But definitely 2018, I want to try to drive my own social traffic to these shirts for sure, just to test it out.
No, I mean, I think it's smart. I think it's the name of the game. I mean, me and RJ talk about it all the time. Like, how can we figure out a way to get more eyeballs on our shirt? Like, what's the secret formula? Like, how do you get, you know, people to see your stuff? Because that's the name of the game. If somebody sees your stuff, there's, you know, if they don't see it, they can't buy it.
Exactly.
And also, too, how are you getting a following on Instagram? Like, what are you doing to?
On that niche site, I'm doing a lot of feature shares. You know, people like when you. I mean, it's a dog Instagram. So what I'll do is I'll go on a lot of the popular dog, you know, pages or whatever, ask them if they want to feature. I'll do certain things to their pictures, like add a cool quote to it, or on the Over app, and kind of make it look nice or whatever. So they get a cool feature, they get a cool, you know, picture of their dog. People are passionate about their dogs, like Archie. So, you know, if he has a cool, you know, picture out there, people appreciate that. I've also did a couple giveaways. But, you know, the following just kind of grows. If you're different on Instagram, and you're not just reposting, you're doing something different to these people's pictures, they appreciate it. So that's really all I've done. It's been 3 months. I don't touch it too often, but for the 3 months, I mean, it's done pretty well.
Yeah.
Nice.
As far as gaining traffic. Yeah.
There's a little tip right there for you guys. That's pretty good. Yeah.
So are you doing your designing? Are you doing that? You said you're doing it in Over, but you're also doing, I've seen you do stuff on your computer. So are you doing Photoshop or?
Yeah, for sure. I do Photoshop. I'm self-taught. My brother-in-law showed me back in 2015, just a few things. I kind of just took it and ran with it. I was always someone when I was younger, just like the Paint app or the Paint, you know, program that they had on Microsoft. Just, I enjoyed that stuff. So I messed with it a little bit. And when I look back at my Zazzle, you know, designs now, they were crap. Like they were crap and they were selling. So it's cool to see how much I've evolved. And, you know, groups like the one that you guys are in, the Merch Masterminds, it kind of can help people evolve much faster. You know what sells and, you know, text designs totally sell. So anyone can do that.
Right.
So,
I mean, where do you think your breakdown is in terms of like the designs that you have? Is it mostly text? Is it kind of a mix?
I design a mix, but I'd have to say the ones that sell totally are text-based. Totally. I mean, why that is, I don't know. I mean, they look clean, but it always seems to be text-based, you know, a big percentage of it for sure. So
right. I mean, we talk about it all the time. I mean, RJ, like it's just sometimes the stupidest stuff sells. Like you're just like,
totally.
I had an idea, I threw it up, and it's just like it's sold. Like, I mean, RJ is using the Over app now, and he's actually doing some of his own designs. He messaged me the other night. He was all excited. I posted it last night. It already sold.
There you go.
I think I saw like 8 of them so far.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's just like, I'm pretty sure they're not wearing it. They're like, oh, this sucks.
Just buying it, yeah. That's funny.
No, I see your designs, and you're pretty good with it. So I kind of look at people's designs. I'm like, what do they think about when they see something? Because like when I try to do a design, I get stuck. I'm just like, man, I got to be better with this stuff.
No, you know, the way I learned to look at it, because back in the day when I even look at my old designs that I try to upload to new stuff, I noticed, you know, the layout is kind of the most important thing. You don't want to have something going completely across the chest. You have a whole shirt that's more so vertical. So you want to have your design kind of going up and down and kind of just fill in, you know, that area. But you just got to, you know, and you can look at Target, wherever you shop, look at how they design their shirts and their format. Just follow it. Yeah, it's super easy.
Oh, okay. No, I look at a lot of stuff like that too, because I'm just like, man, because I'll get stuck and I'll just sit on the design. I'm just like, man, I give up already. I suck at this. I'll just leave it to them. I'll do something else.
yeah, I mean, you're good at what you do. Just don't give up on it. I mean, if it's something, I mean, you have what, 400 uploads a day?
Yeah,
Just keep
400.
working at it. Throw some in there. Keep practicing. I mean, 2015, like I said, I look back and I've come a long way with my own designs, and I haven't taken any classes, no real YouTube, anything like that. I just mess with it. You'll see what sells. You'll learn. You'll look at what sells, and okay, they like this style, or they like this font, or they like, the distress, which everyone knows sells. They like all that stuff. So I keep putting stuff out there.
So you're a one-person shop. You have like nobody helping you with anything else. Like, what tools are you using to kind of help streamline things?
Yeah, I should be using tools, right? I don't use anything, and I think that's There's not the only thing that I've ever put money towards POD was a Jacob Topping book. Okay. That was really it. I tried the trial of Merchant Former, which was cool. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have a problem spending money.
Yeah. I mean, RJ's got the same problem, man. RJ's always like trying to we need this for free.
Yeah,
like, bro. Sometimes you gotta spend a little bit of money.
It's true. It's so true.
He's trying to rent an Airbnb house in Beverly Hills, like $300 a night.
No.
So you don't use like Merchlister Pro or the Merch Basher software or anything else to help you with uploads?
No, and I should, right? I should look into that. I mean, I'm hearing you guys talk about the new uploader to where you can upload to, all kinds of PODs. I'm super interested. I should do that. I don't know what it is. I really don't know why I don't invest in the tools, because there are tools out there. I don't know who it was, but I was watching something on YouTube and they were saying, they feel like if you get those things, there's somehow someone's going to be able to look at your information. And I guess I'm just super paranoid also.
Yeah, so. I mean, I just look at it like, I mean, honestly, man, every design we put up on merch ends up on somebody's Shopify store somewhere. Sure. So I'm like, fuck it, whatever. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
that's a good attitude.
There's just nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? Like the cockroaches. Like
it's so true.
We put up our Eclipse designs. They were selling really well, right? Like, and this is right when we got into PODs. So like my wife just happened to Google it really quick one day, and she saw that like they were across all these different Shopify stores, and like super upsetting, right? Like, because we're making money on this. We just got into this. Like, this is our design, completely original. Nobody else is doing this. And then you figure out really quickly, like when you send out some takedown notices, it's like, okay, well, this one popped up again. This one popped up again. Like, whatever, So at the end of the day, as long as you're making money off it, I mean, that's the best you can hope for, I think.
That's true. That's totally true. Yeah, I think after this, I'm going to look into some tools for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we should talk after this. I can.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, but you can't say it on the live, Matt. God.
I said nothing. I just said we should talk.
Yeah.
Jesus, bro.
See? Now they ain't going to sign up to my affiliate links now. See what you guys did? I'm just kidding, guys.
RJ's got to make that 50 cents.
Right.
I told you, he doesn't give away. He doesn't want, dude, free. That's it. Cheap ass.
He's frugal, okay? And get those headphones.
I know they went up in price by $3. I was gonna buy them, but they went up.
Done deal after that.
Like, damn, send me your affiliate links. I can buy it. I'll show you which ones. Yeah, okay. They said I was kicked on freezing up.
I haven't noticed it, but I mean. They always say my microphone like turns into a robot too, so I don't know what to tell you, bro.
No, robot Matt's here.
Jesus.
Just for a second.
So what are you designing for right now? Like, are you designing more for trends, more for evergreen, a little bit all over the place?
Yeah, in the beginning, before I got involved with the group, it was always evergreen. I felt like this is something that's constantly going to sell. But after following RJ and you, I'm just like, dude, ride the trend when you can. So right now it's Cinco de Mayo, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and evergreens in between. And autism awareness. I mean, that's super big right now. That one's kind of hot for me. So it's a mixture of both. But when I know that there's something big coming up, I'm definitely trying to ride the wave. Gotcha. I can't say I've noticed a huge month, though. Like, I know you guys have had a huge month. There was someone I was watching, CJ Johnson, when he said he had a huge Valentine's month. I have yet to have a huge month in a certain trend. So I'm waiting for that for sure. But
I mean, it's sometimes, I mean, it's completely and totally out of your control. It's just one of those things where it's like you catch fire and it just goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's I noticed too about your numbers. Your numbers are staying pretty consistent. So I see that's pretty good. I seen us like 4K like a couple of months, right? Back to back, or Am I right?
No, those were the Q4 months. Right now, it's like 2,500 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's still right there though on that level, so that's pretty good.
Definitely.
Because once you get over that 4K hump, like you see consistently at 4K, you just like I thought about it. I was like, man, I just have to reinvest, and that's what I did. Like the beginning of this month, what I did is went out and reinvested and try to find someone else on the team, and he's been pretty good. So and the designs are repping out. So autism awareness, you're hitting that pretty hard. How about Earth Day?
Sure.
Earth Day?
Yeah, I posted maybe 50 designs or so.
Yeah.
So you can times that by 2 because I do black and then white. I haven't sold one yet, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but
I think we've sold like 8 or 9, and like 8 of them were at one time. So I mean, it's like at the end of next month. It's like April 22nd, so it might be a little bit out right now.
Right, for sure.
What about your pricing strategy? Like, what are you doing? How are you doing that?
I definitely look at the market. I try to. So say I have 50 designs or so, right? Yeah. I'll post my designs that I like the best, the highest, and usually the highest is $18.99. The lowest I'll go is $15.99. But within whatever niche, whatever trend, I try to put a combination or a variation of prices just to kind of see where that niche or market is, best selling. But I've noticed $17 to $18.99. Those are my best sellers for sure. I mean, I watched one of the videos last week and I was like, oh, maybe I should drop my prices and just test it out. I went back through a bunch of my good sellers, dropped them down to like 14, 15, and nothing's happened yet. So I'm kind of testing it out as far as pricing, but I usually try to start 17, 18.99. Okay.
Now, are you noticing like your older sellers, the stuff that you'd uploaded last year? How are they doing? Are they selling
better than my new ones? Yeah. And all the things that I've learned and the ways that I've improved my designs, you would think that the new ones would be selling, like hot, but they're not. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty common for most of us. I mean, because we've got some really good designs that are pretty much just sitting there right now. So.
And I'm sure optimized with keywords and titles and the whole nine.
Totally different game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. Well, let's I just want to get in the Q&A, get into the questions now.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, go ahead. You guys got any questions? Go ahead and ask them, please.
Questions. There's always this delay.
Watch, and then the delay, then all of a sudden here comes 30 questions. Wow.
RJ, you killed the stream, bro.
I did?
Okay, stop. Oh, Ruben Lopez wants to know, do you speak Spanish?
Me?
Yes.
No. That's it. No, I'm actually, I'm not Spanish or Mexican at all. I'm Filipino and Portuguese. Last name is definitely Spanish.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Ruben's in here trying to recruit you.
He is. Hey. He's like, I see some content. But
I can learn. So I'm open to anything. I mean, reasonably.
So Helen Hatchell wants to know, when we talk about sales numbers and profit, do you include the cost of ads? RJ?
No. Cost of ads is just an investment, and I really don't put that in there. But at the end of the month, I kind of look at it, but for the most part, I expect it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just cost of doing business. It's not something that's like overly significant. And when I had no problem talking about when I spent a bunch of money on ads last month to try and figure some things out. So, I mean, like the numbers that we're putting up right now, like my ad spend for the week is probably less than $50 a week. You know what I mean? So like I'm spending $50 to make 500. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, there's like there was 1 month I spent like 400, but I was just messing around with a lot of stuff. But for the most part, it's like at 200, just to kind of give it that boost and make that first sale with every single trending holiday. So
right. So what are your guys' sales for today? What's the number you're at today?
Let me see.
I'm at 5. So yeah, that tells you how awesome today has been for us.
I am at 19.
Yeah, I'm at 12 with $51. So definitely one of the slowest days I've had in a while.
Right, for sure. For people are asking about the uploading app, we don't know, guys. That's not on us. We're just beta testing it. We're waiting for them. There's some things they're figuring out. Spreadshirt recently made a change to what they're allowing on the platform. So instead of being able to just upload everything, now there's going to be like a manual review process apparently, because they don't want to do as many scaled designs. I just saw an article about it. So that's kind of throwing a little wrench in the gears and some other things. So we don't know. We'll let you guys know when it's available.
The best way to do keyword research. Go ahead, you guys. Someone want to answer that one? Go ahead.
I'll let Christina answer that one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't use any tools. I probably should. But it's all search bar. So I'll go to Etsy, Google. I used Etsy Rank last week. It was kind of cool. But definitely, the Google and Etsy search bar. I'll look in what's in there. I'll look up, funny motorcycle shirt and see what pops up. I'll go into, sometimes in listings on Etsy and see what they have going on for the top sellers. Etsy is super transparent. So
yeah,
I'd go into as much as I could on Etsy because you get a ton of value there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think honestly, what I've been doing, because I've been uploading too, I just go and look at that niche and like see what like keywords pop out at me, and then I'll just write them down.
Yeah.
And then just go from there and just start freestyling.
Yeah, I think freestyling, I mean, that's cool. I mean, I like to go off the top of my head too because, it saves time. I mean, if you can think of motorcycle for an example, you should be able to say motorcycle shirt, motorbike shirt, street bike shirt, biker dude, anything like that. But
it's like I use this keyword already like 100 times already because I'm designing for trends. I use this keyword 100 times. I'm gonna mix it up and throw a different keyword in there.
For sure, just to test that. Right.
Sure.
So when you're designing your different designs, right? Because you're doing a light version and a dark version or whatever. For the titles and bullets, are you changing that up and doing individual for every single one?
It depends. If it's a niche that has tons of different things that I can use or different keywords that I know I can use, I'll switch it up just to kind of test what works better.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's some niches or, certain evergreens where I just get stuck and I'll just use the same exact ones if I feel like this is all I got. This is all I can find.
Right.
But there's some niches that just have so many different variations and keywords that you can use. I try to test out what works best for sure.
Cool.
And okay, then after merch, Etsy, what's the third pod that you recommend?
It's between Zazzle and Redbubble. I've been on Zazzle so long and I have like 7,000 listings on there. It's like 500 a month, and Redbubble is close to 500 a month, and I have way less. I want to say maybe like 2,000 on there. So I feel like if I were to up Redbubble up into where, how many listings I have on Zazzle, it would probably produce more for me, but it's between those two for sure.
Are you listing on everything on Redbubble, like all of the different products, or are you just listing, a certain select?
I try to list everything for sure, but like I said, I only get to those PODs on the weekend, so whatever I can bust out. I'm super behind, to be honest. So whatever I can bust out, but I try to do everything because you just never know, and like RJ posted the other day, someone bought greeting cards. A lot of people buy stickers on mine and notebooks and things like that. I mean, that's the plus of those other PODs. They have way different products, and you never know. There might be a teacher that buys, 30, 40 notebooks, and there's $20 or $40 or whatever. So
yeah, I actually sold leggings yesterday on Redbubble. I was like, really? Like, I threw them on there. I think they look like shit. I'll be honest with you. Like, I was like, who's wearing these damn leggings? But they sold.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, who's buying half these things? But I'll take it.
Yeah. I think we needed a Zazzle video, Christina. I think we need a.
I got you. Yeah, for sure.
That'd be a good one.
Okay.
For sure. Let's see the next one. Okay.
Apparently, we continued our tradition of my mic making weird noises. So
yeah, it's totally coming through.
I think because when you touch right here,
it
doesn't make any sense, man.
Let's touch. I seen you go like this. When I seen you do that, it started making weird noises.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Sounds cool.
All right.
Sounds cool. They said, what is that, a stormtrooper in the back?
Yeah. Thanks for noticing. It's my son's. So
okay. Let's see. Looking for a Spanish tutor.
totally. See,
they said it's awesome. Yeah, Stormtrooper. When you outsource to a designer, how do you determine who to hire? Do you make sure you're the only person they are designing for? With that right there, it's all about like communication. It's like that's really hard to explain. You need to communicate with the person and then make sure they're on the same level. Like if they're not responding back to you and not getting back to you, they're obviously up to something. They're obviously out doing like freelance work. Every single person that I interviewed at the beginning of this month, I told them how much their set salary is for the month, and they said they have to keep on doing freelance work until they work full time for me. They know they have the job. So they're out there hustling too, and I respect that. So I understand what they're doing, but at least they're being honest with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the most important thing. Like they're being honest. Like, hey, I have to do this side hustle real fast before I start working full time for you. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing too, honestly, man, like for most people, like it's not necessarily you, RJ, but for most people when they're hiring their first designer, like give them enough work so it's full time. Like if you're giving them enough work where they don't have time to go work for somebody else, like that's generally not a problem. I've never had an issue with any of our people. You know, I mean, it's just work. Like they want steady money.
Yeah, for sure. That's another thing too. I have one guy right now. He's really good. Like he's just sketching out everything and just doing some crazy stuff. And I like him a lot. So we've been working pretty well with each other. So
yeah, I like that idea actually of having someone independently, make these designs or make these, drawings, because that can't be, I mean, it can be ripped off, but it's not something they're getting from another clip art place or, Google or whatever. And back in the day, I've been into the shirt thing for a while, but back in the day, I was going to a Warriors basketball game and I wanted this cool Hawaiian helmet. And I gave this guy on Instagram that I found the drawing. I told him, hey, if you can, I'll give you $50. Go ahead and knock this out. Put some cool tribal designs on it. And he was a young kid, but he did it. So I've been thinking I need to go on Instagram, find some cool young artist that just wants to make some extra cash, have him make me, a dabbing shirt and take off from there. I mean, I think that would be really cool. So I'm going to try that out. I'm going to test it out and see, because there's a lot of young artists out there that, make some extra cash. Why not? And they're super talented.
For sure.
Dropping some knowledge right now.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's some good advice right there. Let's see the next. Oh, see, they already flooded us. Keep track of RJ. Etsy Reg is a good way to keep track of RJ.
So for your 1K a month from Etsy, how many live designs do you have up, Christina?
I want to say 750-ish for sure. Definitely not over like 800 or so. I just took down a lot of the holiday stuff.
Okay.
But yeah.
You're using Photoshop and Illustrator to design?
Yeah, and over when I'm away from a laptop. I mean, I think that you follow me on my personal one. You see I'm kind of out and about all the time with my son, just trying to live. So when I'm out on the plane or in a hotel or just away from home or at work especially, I'm on the Over app. It's more than enough than what you need, for sure. It has all that cool clip art for free.
Yeah.
And I mean, you pay $10 a month, but I mean, you got all that free those free fonts. And I've sold a couple with the Over app already. So I'm a believer. And if you're new to this, that's the way to go, for sure.
Cool. All right, let's get do you chase trends or mostly evergreen? Sure, do you answer that one about the chasing trends or evergreen?
Both.
You do both? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to check out these next questions. Let's see what we got.
See a lot of Stormtrooper dropping. It's super funny. I have two, and then I have a Darth Vader same size, but so much work. They're so heavy.
So have you ever tried to hire an illustrator to make just illustrations that you can scale for a bunch of designs. So, you know, Christina does everything on herself. We just talked about this. You know, it's something we talked about. Most of the stuff that we do, like we may hire somebody to do individual designs for us, but we don't have anybody right now. So we just hired a designer. We're looking to add a couple more.
Yeah, I definitely like that. I think I'm gonna try Design Pickle soon for sure. Just give it that good, you know, good try and see what happens. $300 seems expensive. I like to keep my money, so we'll see. We'll see. That might be my hindrance, though, for sure. I mean, I should probably be investing more into this, but I don't know.
It's just more designs, and basically you can just upload more.
Yeah, I'd probably be tiered up right now to the next tier if I invested more into a designer or something like that. I'm just stingy, man.
And I think another thing is too, the good thing about it is like you're a designer already, so you know what's gonna sell. Does that make sense?
For the most part, yeah. Visually, I know what would sell. It's hard to tell what's gonna sell, whatever day of the week, because of what niches are going on or trends. But visually, I can usually tell. But like you say, I mean, who buys that? Is, you know, somebody buys some random shit. So
yeah, for real. Yeah, but for the most part, I think the first month's always the hardest part when you hire somebody, is because you got to get them to understand like what's selling. And once you get them to understand what's selling, then it's pretty much just scale.
Right.
So yeah. Let's see. Yo, caught you guys live. Suzanne.
What do you attribute your success to as opposed to someone who's not doing as well? So why do you feel like you're successful, Christina?
You know, everyone will say it. Yeah, everyone that knows me, I work hard every day, every single day. And that's kind of been something that's just kind of just who I am. Every job I've had, everyone's ever always called me a go-getter. I come home, I work late hours. There's no excuses. I mean, I have a lot going on. I'm tired, but if you put in the work, whether you have talent, whether whatever, you can do it. I mean, you just got to work. You really do. So as long as you're putting in the work, you're good. If you're lazy or if you find excuses, it's not going to happen.
For sure. I mean, hard work's the variable. Like we joke about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like me and RJ joke about it all the time. Like he outsources stuff, but you know, I start talking to RJ normally like first thing in the morning, and we're still talking at, you know, midnight about different things with the business. So it's always going on.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I see RJ all day on every platform. I'm like, dude, this guy's on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, he's everywhere. And then I know you gotta, you know, you own a business, you're doing your thing, you're on these videos, you're I see you all the time on Facebook too, Matt. So I think that's the variable. A lot of people won't do the work, so they're not going to see the results. I just do the work for sure.
Right.
The only thing I need to do now is just travel so I can act like a baller.
Travel. If you go to Disneyland and make a couple YouTube videos, you're good. I'll meet you up.
Don't be Bow Wow, bro. Don't be Bow Wow.
You're gonna be
on his jet.
You're gonna be cleaning some pools. I'm gonna pop around the wooden gate with some water balloons and just start throwing them at you.
Oh, that's funny.
Now, are you coming up to the meetup? Where's in Glendale?
In Glendale, I just seen that today. You know what? I need to. I haven't been to one meetup yet. This is like my first real social thing. Anyways, I'm super. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just super introverted. I like to kind of stay to myself, but I know that I've got to get out there. So I looked up tickets today. It's reasonable. I think I'm gonna try to fly into LAX. Head in that morning, head out that afternoon. But for sure, I'm gonna try to get there.
It's in Glendale, right?
It's in Glendale.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that would I think. Well, me too. I'm just like real chill. I just like to be by myself. But I started going to that type of stuff and meeting up with new people and stuff, and I actually enjoy it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is cool alone. So, yeah, because you know, you talk to other people, and I try to talk people into getting on the merch, and they're just like, what? They just don't get it, and you know, talking to you guys and everyone in the group that gets it, you know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. And like people around me, they don't care about this type of stuff. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah. But like literally, we have the internet now where we actually are like talking like face to face, and we can actually help each other out. So that's the good thing about this.
For sure.
Let's see. You guys, let's see. Let's see. Any more questions? I don't see any. Let's see.
So, when are you going to make the leap to Shopify and Printful?
Oh, you know what? I actually did. I had a Shopify, and I was running before I think the integration that they had with Printful from Printful to Amazon. I was doing the Printful to Shopify, then shooting those over to Amazon. I sold a few things. I like that you can sell different products. So I think my nugget would be, I think mugs hot, especially, you know, if Q4, everyone's buying everything. I think if you can put all of your designs that you already have, scale those, put them on mugs, socks, whatever, it's huge. But in an honest moment, I got shut down, or I'm on kind of a stop from Amazon because I wasn't shipping things on time. I just don't have the fucking time. So, so they said, send them a plan of how I'm going to fix it and how this won't happen in the future, which I'm going to do. Send them a letter, let them know, look, it's all going to be through Printful, basically automatic fulfillment. Let me come back. So once I do that, I'm designing everything to mugs and putting them on there, just because I know it's already sold. I mean, things are already sold on there, so I know it's a good way to do it. But just on the to-do list for sure.
Gotcha. Well, Trey said backpacks came out today on Printful, so something else we can sell.
I know. There's so many things.
All over print.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting too. Got the JanSport.
Yeah. So here's a trick that I learned. I don't know if you guys. I mean, I thought it was a kind of cool trick. But on Etsy, what I do is I'll upload some of my designs to socks, or you can do it to anything that's all over, right? If you upload a blank color, like all black, just an image of a black, whatever square, whatever, or a pink square, then you can upload your white designs onto socks. So I've done that. So I'll have like my design that typically goes on like white apparel. I'll upload the back layer being black or whatever color, and then your design. So I sold a lot of socks that way on Etsy, but there's other products. I forget what they are. Oh, phone cases. Okay. So you upload, you know, a black layer, and then you put your design on top of that. So now it's a black phone case with your design in white or whatever on it. Sells. I sold a lot of phone cases on Etsy. So just something to try for sure.
Yeah, that was a question in the chat too. Is like, what's the most you sell on Etsy? Like, what are you selling? Shirts? Or are you uploading to everything else, or what are you doing?
Yeah, for sure. Like 90% is shirts. I've sold phone cases. I've sold socks, but 90% of my products are shirts. So I don't know if I were to upload, the same, number of phone cases and socks, who knows? At the end of the day, just try it for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the design. You might as well make the most off of that one design as you can.
For sure. For sure. Hey guys, we got 67 people watching, and like only 29 people hit that thumbs up. So some of you guys need to get in there and hit that thumbs up for us. Do me a favor.
Yeah, we need Matt and Christina to have some more subscribers to their channel. So we're gonna get that going right there.
No pressure.
No pressure. No, that's what I was saying too. So I started uploading like all my designs to Redbubble and a few other platforms, and I sold greeting cards. I never sold a greeting card before in my life. I'm like, who's buying this stuff, man?
Yeah.
But you said like teachers and stuff like that, like they actually do that for their students.
Yeah, I forgot what design it was, but there's a design I had on there, and I didn't have it set for stickers, but she asked. She's like, can I get like 50 of these for stickers? Because I'm a teacher and I want these for the school. I'm like, sure. So I made it on stickers, and she sure enough bought 50 of them. So
nice.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. Yeah. I was supposed to be waiting for a shirt. I ordered a shirt, and it's supposed to be here. I think it just got here right now, but I'm not sure. I wanted to wear it, aka Mr. Hallmark. I've ever thought about growing a long. Printful is so expensive compared to. Said Printful is so expensive. I think Printful actually has like one of the best as far as like making your first impression on a customer. When you receive the shirt, it actually looks like very like, I don't know, it looks very professional. You open it up, comes in of course the packing for the shipping, and then it actually is packed in another plastic, and it looks very presentable compared to other people. Like they just throw it inside the packing. Right. Yeah, so let's see. All right. Just trying to look through these questions, see what we got. Making illustrations. Okay.
Where are you at, Christina? Where do you live?
San Jose. So
Okay.
it's within the Bay Area. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Trey's in here
talking shit.
Okay. Design Pickle is just a management company that outsources to the Philippines, though. That's very true. That's very true.
Wow. That's good to know.
So
straight to the source.
Yeah, it's way cheaper, right?
Here's a decent question. So when you're doing your brand names for your shirt, do you have it all under one brand name, or are you doing multiple?
Multiple, for sure. Per niche or per trend, for sure. I try, but sometimes you miss, one word and it's completely a different brand. But yeah, and I've noticed that with my top selling niche, they all have the same brand name. So I try to do that. There's just so many different ones. I should be more organized. I'm not. But I think if you group them together under the same brand, if they're within the same niche or trend, I think that's smart because it gives people more shirts to look at, for sure, within the same thing. But sometimes I think that if you have so many under the same brand, it's a little confusing. But sometimes it works. So many different things work. It's crazy.
I don't know. I'm testing it out for Earth Day, so I'm just trying a different brand.
Smart, yeah.
And then Cinco de Mayo, I'm going to try a different brand too as well and see what happens. I already have one review for one of my shirts, so let's see what happens.
Nice. You know what I was thinking recently? I was thinking maybe I should try to buy a couple of my shirts to try to see if I can get BSR and kind of get on some relevant pages because I'm way like page 7. It's like who shops on page 7?
Try it. See what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna wear it on the next live show for sure.
Yeah. Watch. Get you on here again for sure. Yeah, that's what I did with I ordered one of my Earth Day shirts. I just wanted to wear it and see what happens. And
yeah,
it's actually like
it over profit.
Top secret.
Yeah. That's legit though.
You gonna wear that shirt on Earth Day?
I'll probably forget it's Earth Day. Cinco de Mayo, you ready?
Totally.
Yeah. That should be your niche, RJ. Like that there's no excuses there, bro. I fully expect you to crush that thing.
Better.
You know what's one cool thing that I've noticed was we go to Disneyland. We went to Disneyland pretty often for the past couple years. And every single time we went, we're just those weird adults that go to Disneyland like way too much. But I would design, custom shirts every time. And sometimes there's like these unofficial holidays or events that they have. And every time I would do it, at least 10 people would ask, where'd you get your shirt? So I've been thinking that next time we design some shirts, I'm going to start making like a business card of some sort and somehow figuring out how to get these people, driven to either my Etsy store because it's easier that way or somehow driven to direct shirts. I just think it's smart.
The QR code on the back.
Yeah.
Scan my code.
Scan my shirt. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you can do that right there.
There's so many ways.
Yeah, there's so many ways, but I understand what you're saying. Like you want to drive like all the traffic to all your shirts.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. So
yeah, which is why I like Etsy because it's all there. You just say, go to my store. If you go, Amazon, it's difficult to do that unless you're doing your brand, which in that case, super smart.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get another question in here. Let's see.
Yeah, Ruben Lopez wants to let everybody know that you're not Mexican, RJ.
Oh, I have no comeback.
Oh,
skin's brown. That's it. Sorry. All right, thanks, Matt. Matt had to make that a point. Just tell it. Wait till we get over 80 watchers on the show.
Totally.
I mean, hey, bro. we try and have real talk right here. Like,
true.
Okay. Okay, Christina. Is there any let's say out of what days do you like to design? Or just on the go on the phone? Like when you see something, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna make a shirt real fast. Time out.
Every single day I'm designing for sure.
Yeah,
if I'm away from my computer, I'm on my over app, and if I can't do it within that moment, I'll just make a note within my app, my notes app, and I'll put it down and I'll get to it, or a reminder. So that way I'm like, okay, yeah, get to that, because there's just so many. Sometimes you forget, but you gotta design every day, or have your designer design every day for sure. Who killed Tupac?
Okay. Oh God. I don't know.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Okay. Yeah. What do you training courses? See that one question? I'm not sure.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Like, and this is the conversation I was having with my wife right before we actually went on the show. The thing I know about Chris Green is he's been around for a while, and he's actually had some pretty successful products. I don't know anything about the product. I haven't watched the videos. I don't think anybody's watched the videos, so I don't know. We're actually gonna try and talk to Chris about it soon and see kind of what he has to say about it. I think that, we've talked about this before. I'm a big believer that there is something to be said for doing paid training, for actually paying somebody to take some shortcuts, to do the learning for you. So I think there's value there. You just have to make sure that what you're buying is actually what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no comment, nothing to say. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I don't know. Probably someone's probably already doing it already. That's it. Someone's probably already doing it already. You don't even know that you're doing it, but you're doing it. And then, there's a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people that are doing it. So, yeah. All right. Well, that's it.
Cool.
Let's finish this out. All right. Appreciate it having you on the show.
You guys.
Thank you guys for coming in and watching. Of course, hit that thumbs up button. Share it. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.